Let us rise above the bustle, shall we? Imagine for a moment that we have borrowed the wings of a curious gull or the unhurried glide of a hawk. From this elevated perch, the world reveals itself not as we usually know it, but as a grand arrangement of shapes, rhythms, and quiet stories. This, dear photographer, is the bird's eye view. The bird's eye view perspective is defined by its vantage point. The camera looks down upon the subject. It is not merely high, but decisively overhead, and in doing so, it transforms the familiar into the intriguing. At extremes, streets become lines, people become punctuation marks, and shadows become characters in their own right. As you watch the example image, notice how scale is quietly rewritten. Objects we assume to be large, cars, boats, even buildings, shrink into graphic elements. Meanwhile, repetition emerges, patterns reveal themselves with a clarity that ground-level photography rarely permits. The bird's eye view excels at order and at exposing delightful disorder. Now let us speak of intention. This perspective is not about height for height's sake. It asks a question. What does this scene become when I remove the horizon? Without sky or vanishing point, depth is flattened. The photograph leans toward the abstract. Lines intersect. Colors converse. Geometry takes the stage. In the next image, observe how human figures are rendered almost symbolic. From above, people lose individuality and gain universality. A lone walker crossing a plaza becomes an idea, movement, solitude, purpose. A crowd seen from the heavens becomes texture and tempo. But beware, this lofty gaze demands discipline. Composition is paramount. Small shifts in position can dramatically alter balance. Edges must be watched carefully. Partial shapes can distract or delight, depending on your intent. And light. Light is your accomplice. Early morning or late afternoon shadows stretch across the frame, adding depth to an otherwise flattened world. Let us linger on color for a moment. From above, color blocks often separate cleanly: the blue of water, the ochre of sand, the slate gray of pavement. When these colors are arranged thoughtfully, the photograph begins to sing, sometimes softly, sometimes with operatic confidence. I need to stress here that you need not own a helicopter or charm a cooperative eagle to practice this perspective. Balconies, staircases, ladders, drones, even a careful lean over a railing can grant you entry into this realm. What matters is not altitude, but angle. As the final images pass before us, consider this. The bird's eye view invites us to see not into a scene, but through it. It encourages contemplation, pattern recognition, and a gentle distancing from the literal. So, the next time you find yourself above the world, even slightly, pause, look down, and ask yourself, with quiet ambition, what story does the ground tell when the sky is no longer included? Until next time, keep your feet steady, your camera ready, and your perspective delightfully elevated.